And as I swing and move to groove, it's not because of you. Nessa girl, it is Wednesday morning. This is our makeup day and I'm feeling good. See, a bitch was about to take off work early the day before Thanksgiving, but I realized I had took about a 45-day vacation last month and at the start of this month, and y'all hoes probably wouldn't appreciate if I took off early today. So I'm gonna work to about 1 o'clock. That I'm gonna have Sherelle watch my line for the rest of the day and just tell the boss I went home sick or whatever to watch my line or whatever. Nevertheless, did you get into the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion part 2? I'm gonna tell you something. The reunion was much better than the season. For whatever reason, I fell out with Love and Hip Hop the last couple of episodes, but it had less to do with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and more to do with what was going on in my mind and in my personal life. I just had other things to do than sit down and watch junk food TV. Nevertheless, I'm glad that I was able to get a part of this reunion. So let's just jump into part 2 of this reunion. And it starts out with Akbar and Teairra Mari fussing. Now, y'all, I'm going to get serious for a moment here. When it comes to love and relationships, I am all about people doing whatever works for them. Like, I am so anti-tradition and anti-routine. So, you know, at first, my conditioned mind wanted to go in on Akbar and he's a womanizer and he's this and he's that. And he very well may be those things. However, I am of the mindset that if he, Sade, and Alejandra are all consenting adults and it works for them and they all feel good with themselves at night, then I'm all for it. Now, the gag is, I don't give a good goddamn what nobody say. I low-key think Teairra was almost down with the get down. I just do. I just do. I just do. Now, to Teairra's defense, I don't like the fact that Akbar, according to her, presented himself to her as a single man. I don't like that, and Akbar does strike me as having the ability to manipulate broken women or women who are in a vulnerable position. In my opinion, I do feel as if that's how he's able to corral those women into his harem of women. I don't think most women or most people want to be in a shared relationship. But hey, if it works, it works. And it seems to be working with Alejandra and Sade. Now, for me, I told y'all before, I'm interested in a three-way love affair. I really am. I really think that a polyamorous relationship would work for me. I love fellowshipping spiritually with other beings. I really do. And I think it can be a beautiful thing if structured properly. However, if I was Sade and Alejandro, there's just some ways in which Akbar talked that wouldn't work for me. Like referring to women as broken, as needing something, and speaking of him as if he's some messiah that came along and saved my life. Now see, now we're teetering the line between healthy polyamorousness, polyamory, however the fuck you say a polyamory, whatever it is, polyamorphy. Somebody drop that in the comments and correct me in the proper tense of what I'm trying to say. But now we're teetering the line between polyamory and disrespect. Okay? And the way my pussy's set up, bitch, is that it's supposed to be loved by multiple men, not disrespected by one. Okay! Nevertheless, honey, Teairra, your ass was down with the get down, riding that fussing and carrying on. You know, then Bridget asked a question, and I'm going to go up for Bridget one more time. I love Bridget Kelly. She's mature. She's thorough. She's articulate. She's clear, concise, and to the point. And she ain't about all that rah, rah, rah. Like, I love the fact that Bridget shut the entire shit down. Nina and all. Pause. If you know that this is a broken woman, then why would you bring her into a situation unknowingly with two other women who don't seem to have the capacity to support. Like, I mean, Bridget went there and it was a very good question. The type that I wish Nina would have asked instead of reading what's on them damn cards. I'm going to start calling your ass hooked on phonics Nina, because Nina read them phonetic words on them cards and she don't deviate much. Now, she did good this reunion with doing some natural follow-up questions, but Nina, I'm going to need for you to start asking the next logical question in the succession of things. And Bridget did that, and we never did get a straightforward answer, because much like Love and Hip Hop has always done, you bitches are more concerned about rah, fussing, throwing shoes and throwing ass than getting down to the bottom of what the fuck going on. So I'm still really unclear on what it is Akbar would have answered, because Bridget had done froze that nigga all the way up. Here's the thing about Akbar and niggas like him. Akbar looked good as fuck. I didn't see the sex tape, but I'm pretty sure he got good sex. He looked like a passionate lover, but the nigga not smart. He not. Bridget had him all tongue-tied, and she had him tongue-tied in a way that he couldn't come at you with no pimp line. She asked him an intelligent question. Intelligence is his kryptonite. Intelligence is his kryptonite. Savoir-faire, Rico Suaveness is his magnetism. Like, that's his deadly weapon. But intelligence is his kryptonite. Catch. When Nina asked Alejandra, so do you think you were broken when he found you? I mean, that bitch did everything in her power to not say yeah. She tried to dress it up. Yeah, I was just new to LA, and girl, I've been new to a lot of damn places, and I ain't gonna run to no pimp and make me get into bed with multiple people at the same damn time. Okay, whenever the fuck I got into bed with multiple people at the same damn time, it was because my pussy was too hot for one nigga to tame me, and I wanted to do it. Not because, girl, I had just moved to a new city and I was lost. Bitch, the next time you move to a new city and you lost, find a church, bitch. The people ask if anybody new, do they want to come to the front? Then they make you sign a card. Then them people be calling your phone for 6 goddamn months straight, trying to get you to join every committee. If you need friends and you need vision and you need guidance, carry your ass to church, bitch. Moving right along. What else I got on this line? K. Michelle apologizes to Teairra Mari. You know, Kay gave Teairra a very thorough apology. She was like, bitch, I ain't want no problem with you. I was talking to Akbar. I think he cool. That ain't got shit to do with you. And I respect that. I told y'all a long time ago, don't expect me to not talk to no bitch because you don't talk to him, or for me to stop fucking with K. Michelle. Let it be known, I ain't got no problem with him. He's straight. I ain't finna join his hair on my hoes, but he cool, and I want to fuck Sade. Like, y'all say what y'all want to say about K. Michelle, and yes, at times she do fucked up shit, but I can appreciate a bitch that say what they mean what they say, and stand firm in their word while you walk in your talk. K. Michelle is the type of bitch, she ain't gonna never let y'all spray her with her own tea. And she said she wanted to have sex with Sade because Sade was her type. Yes, God, go off. I'm here for it. And after a bitch say that, what can you say? And she apologized to Teairra Mari. Now, one thing that she did say that I didn't agree with, talking about, I'm from Memphis and you from Detroit. I know we fight. Teairra Mari ass ain't gonna bust a grape. Teairra Mari ain't gonna snap a toothpick in half. Okay? Teairra Mari ain't gonna slice a piece of goddamn pudding. Teairra Mari ain't gonna fight. She gonna rah and cry and walk off. She might take a drink. So I stop and I wait and I drink. And look how I just remixed that Jagged Edge. He can't love you like I. Yes. Child. Teairra Mari looked good though, baby. I was here for that Cruella de Vil red with her complexion. She carries red lipstick very well. Brooke, Valentine, and Marcus. Brooke, Valentine, I want you fired. And it's rare that I come for people job. Bitch, I want you fired. I want you fired. But before you get fired, I need you to send me your makeup artist referral number, because bitch, they did the fuck out that eye makeup. You had it going on all around here. I liked your makeup, and Brooke is a very pretty girl. You know, Brooke, you really just served no purpose. You kept up a lot of shit all season. Then you came on the reunion and wanted to be all mature and, you know, backpedal and try to clean it up. And this whole, you know, passive, shady character that you play, it's just done. And now that you and Marcus, I guess, are together for real, or I don't even know if that's fake, give us something real and not all this crazy shit, because you kept up a lot of shit. And to be honest with you, they didn't get in your ass the way they should have gotten into your ass. But that's because of the new security structure that we had, and it was virtually impossible, not to mention Lyrica was pregnant. But Brooke, they didn't handle you the way they needed to handle you. Now, I like Marcus. I've always liked Marcus. I think Marcus is very practical. And when we got to the scene where they showed Booby popping up to confront Marcus, and Nina started asking Marcus questions, you know, I really liked the way Marcus handled that. He basically was like, don't ask me no questions about Booby. I don't know him. Do you think Booby's still in love with her? Listen, she's my woman now, so whatever he got going on, that ain't got nothing to do with me. He out of his jurisdiction. This is my woman. And I love the fact that he just refused to speak on that man and throw shade and all that. He said, listen, you know, go ask him that shit. So Marcus, I salute you for that. I love the way you handled that. If only your ass cannot handle Brooke and keep her ass in damn check. Quiet as it's kept though, for whatever reason, my spirit tells me that Brooke and Marcus ain't going nowhere. Like, Brooke and Marcus, it just ain't going nowhere. Although, I mean, it could. They seem to be two equally yoked, you know, mediocre motherfuckers. Two mediocre motherfuckers equal mediocrity, and that's what the fuck both of them give. From the fashions to the career, I'm still puzzled and confused as to what Marcus does, and I'm still confused as to how Brooke been paying her bills since she ain't had no daddy around when she was growing up. That's why she wild and don't give a fuck, and that was back in like 2000. So if anybody out there, can y'all please drop that in the comments and let me know how Brooke been paying her bills. Quiet as it's kept, she give me that she was working at an insurance agency or something, that she was front desk fish. I mean, Brooke got the aesthetic and the vernacular to be somebody's office manager. She was giving me an office manager tea. You see the bitch wore a pantsuit. You see she had on a pantsuit. So go on, Miss Brooke. Ain't nothing, listen, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. It ain't nothing wrong with a hard-working woman who getting it honest. K. Michelle in Paris. Let's talk about this for a minute, because I'm ready to put this shit to bed too. For a while, I thought that K. Michelle was overreacting. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I thought K. Oh, shit, I don't not know anything. I thought K. Michelle was overreacting when it came to, I hope this rim ain't in the frame. I thought K. Michelle was overreacting when it came to this fraud thing, because it was $50. And don't get me wrong, I get that it's about principle. Here is where I get a little confused and I'm a little baffled with Paris. And I told y'all long before, it ain't always about what people say. Listen to what they don't say. Kay said her piece and left the stage. Paris commences to say, all this time she was saying it's $50. Now she's saying it's all of this. If it was all of this, then why didn't she just present me with this? Paris, either you did it or you didn't. What do you mean, if it was all of this, why didn't you present me with all of this? Did you do all of that? Because it would seem to me that if you were content and you were positive that it was only $50, your rebuttal would have been, bitch, please. I only owe you $50. Don't come in here with all of this. That's not what you said. What you said was, well, and if it was all of that, why she didn't present me with all of that? And here's the thing. Paris, you did it. For somebody, you know, I'm somebody who used Uber and Lyft as my primary mode of transportation for like 6 years. You know, when the car linked, you just get on that bitch and hit it. And I get the mentality. Oh, it's just $7. Oh, it's just $6. She ain't gonna trip. She ain't gonna mind. But it was wrong. And I think from Kay's perspective, just because I know her personally, we ain't buddy, but I've hung out with her a couple times and I've been around her in situations where people have taken money from her. I think so many people have robbed Kay, skimmed off the top, that for her, that is a trigger. To you and I, yes, only $8. It's not that big of a deal. But for her, it's, here it is, another person taking something from me without permission. I also think that girl was hurt. And I think Paris is missing the point. I think Paris is missing the point. Now, as far as throwing that drink on and she was out of the hospital, this, that, and the third, I mean, the only reason why I ain't tripping because, Kay, you done did that shit to people in the past. You got a reputation for jumping up in people's face and throwing shit and saying shit that's all kind of inappropriate. So the fact that your ass got it back, I really don't care. Yeah, you had just had surgery, you know, and that's unfortunate. But, I mean, you know, you can't dictate when karma gonna roll back around and serve your ass some revenge. So, you know, you shook the table, she shook that drink and that ice all in your face, and all is fair in love and war. But Paris, I do think you did it. Paris, you did it. Paris, you looked nervous as fuck when they said you and Kay was finna have a private sit down. I wish Kay wouldn't have ran off the stage. I wish she would have allowed Paris to say her piece, and then she could have poked holes in the story and we could have got down to the end of it. But hey, whatever. Moniece and Princess. Moniece pulled a number that I've been telling y'all about a long time ago. When you dead ass wrong, you could do one of two things. You could stand there and try to defend your ignorance and look even more stupid and get embarrassed, or you can give a thorough, sincere apology and nip that shit in the bud. Miss Read the Card Nina had about 5 more follow-up questions for Moniece as it related to her beef with Princess and her trying to fight a pregnant woman, this, that, and the third. Moniece beat Nina to the punch and apologized. That sent the show in a whole nother direction. It didn't even make sense for Nina to read the next 5 questions on that card because Moniece had done deaded the whole thing by apologizing to Princess. Now, here's the thing. You know, I'm on the fence about that scene with Princess because just as Moniece had no business throwing a chair or trying to get to a pregnant woman, Princess had no business being a pregnant woman trying to confront somebody, this, that, and the third. I personally would not come after a pregnant woman, but you got to understand, everybody not cut from the same cloth of decency. You got some people from the streets and they live by the minute you buck up on me, I'm a buck back. I don't give a damn what you carrying. Y'all ain't see them videos of them pregnant hoes fighting at Burger King and all this different kind of stuff. Just like Moniece, as a matter of fact, not just like Moniece, Princess, it ain't Moniece's job to protect your unborn child, it's yours. And you had a greater duty to your child than Moniece should ever have. You should have stayed your ass home. So the next time you get pregnant, Princess, I think you need to stay your ass the fuck home and wait to confront bitches after you drop your baby. You cannot come out in public, say what the fuck you want to say to people, upstage people, get on microphones and expect somebody to give you a pass because you pregnant. It doesn't work like that. Pregnancy is not a blank check for you to go out there and be disrespectful to people and they just have to sit there and take it. And the same thing with Lyrica. I'm glad they put you backstage, but I did not like the fact that they're telling everybody else, don't get you upset, don't yell at you. Bitch, maybe you shouldn't yell. Maybe you shouldn't engage. You're the one that's pregnant. And to the rest of the cast defense, she not finna sit here and yell and say whatever the fuck she wanna say to me, and I'm supposed to sit there all delicate and quiet because she's pregnant. Whose job is it here to protect that unborn child? Definitely not mine. And that's just the way I see it. Now correct me if I'm wrong and acknowledge me when I'm right. Last but not least, K. Michelle. Let me tell you something. K. Michelle is an example of using reality TV the right way. She always worked Love and Hip Hop to her benefit, whether it's promotion of her albums, her concerts, or her CDs. She sung the dog fuck out that song, and I'm gonna tell you what it made me do. It made me go to my iTunes and add Save Me to my damn library. One thing about that goddamn K. Michelle, you can say what you want to say about her. She can sing, and she's got that Mary J. Blige gift that she is able to convey emotion in her voice. be honest, I don't even know what the fuck the song was about. I just know it made me feel something in my soul, so I downloaded it. So she got my little $1.99 or $1.29 or 99 cent, however. Oh no, she ain't getting none of it because I got Apple Music. I pay $9.99 a month. Nevertheless, she got something out of it, girl. Nessa, girl, that was a Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion. It seemed pretty good. Oh, last but not least, Bridget had on the Safari ring. I'm gonna tell you something. Bridget and Safari is a good look. And I think much like Faith and Stevie J, I think Bridget would have what it takes, not to tame Safari per se. I think Bridget is the type of woman that Safari would respect. Much like, I can assure you, Faith Evans is not having the problems with Stevie J that Jocelyn and the rest of them girls was having. Because Faith ain't having it. And Faith is something that you think twice about losing. Stevie didn't give a fuck about losing to Jocelyn or losing some of these other girls because he could go to the nearest Greyhound station and find another one. Stevie can't just go get another Faith Evans. The same way Safari can't just go get another Bridget Kelly. Like, Bridget is a prize. I'm gay and I would date Bridget. I really like Bridget Kelly a lot, because she's mature and she's practical. I would like to see next season Bridget have a larger role, but one that really puts her music at the forefront, because mama could sing. I love that special delivery. At any rate, Nessa, girl, that was the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion. Y'all hoes be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. We about to add some new things to the lineup. I'll tell you in a minute. And I'll call you later, girl. Bye.